You deserved it, Sarah. You should have seen it coming. Emily's name pulsed on my phone screen, each word stabbing straight into my chest. I stared at the message, coffee cooling in my hand. Morning light softened the kitchen. The sycamore leaves trembled outside the window, bacon sizzled on the stove. Everything looked as gentle as usual, until the photo tore that gentleness apart. David and Emily arm in arm before a neon chapel in Las Vegas, holding a marriage certificate, yellow paper stamped with the words "just married." Below the photo, another line. Got married to your husband. You're too easy, Sarah. Have a miserable life. I sat still. The sound of frying bacon faded. Only my heartbeat stayed, slowing back to its steady rhythm. 3 seconds, 5. Then I set the phone down, stood, walked to the door, and pulled my coat over my shoulder. Like it was just another morning. David, are you ready for next week's meeting? My voice was calm, like nothing had happened. David stuffed bread into his mouth. Emily scrolled her phone at the counter, smiling like she'd rehearsed it for weeks. Yeah, I'm ready, David muttered. Emily sent another mocking emoji. The air in the kitchen turned thick. I typed one word back, fine, then blocked both their numbers. Not out of anger, out of precision. One clean cut to stop the noise before it began. I opened my laptop. Line by line. I went through every account, every deed, every shared document. The house was under my name. The joint accounts, managed by me. They thought romance could hide strategy. They didn't know I had been tightening every knot for years. First, I called the bank to cancel every card David had access to. Logged every call, every confirmation number, every screenshot. Then I reset passwords, email, bank, streaming services. Enabled two-factor authentication. Revoked every device linked to his name. I called the locksmith to change the locks, update the digital gate, reset the garage code. Finally, I photographed every valuable in the house. Filed each picture into folders labeled for my lawyer. Prepared, documented, untouchable. Growing up, we never lacked food or warmth, but we lacked acceptance. My mother used education as a weapon. Criticism was her only language of love. Grades too low, and she'd humiliate me in front of relatives. Dreams too impractical, and she'd weigh the bills in my face, saying, "This is reality." My father stayed silent. His silence was an amplifier. That house taught me two things. First, hide your weakness, or someone will use it. Second, real power is preparation. So I turned every humiliation into fuel. Every time someone called me wasteful, I saved more. Every time someone mocked my words, I wrote better. They attacked with words. I fought back with time. In college, I studied accounting and cybersecurity. People called it cold. I called it control. By graduation, I had my first stable job, finance lead at a mid-sized tech firm. It gave me two priceless tools: command of money and mastery of digital evidence. Through the years I built quiet independence. Salary cards under my name, emergency funds, insurance, retirement, property deeds. I learned to sign contracts carefully, to back up every file twice, cloud and offline, to lock what others couldn't see. So when David's first small lie appeared, I didn't confront him. I recorded it. Transfer times, late night calls, unusual withdrawals. Every line went into a spreadsheet. A timeline of betrayal. Then I went further. Bank alerts, encrypted drives, secure folders for every document touching my assets. Keys stored with my lawyer. People think betrayal creates victims, but emotion fades. Evidence lasts. My mother's cruelty taught me composure. Her doubt built my discipline. I wasn't angry. I was ready. When the text came, I didn't panic. I archived it, stamped it with a timestamp, saved screenshots, travel receipts, hotel logs, exported transaction data from the last 3 months, marked every suspicious entry, filed it all into my lawyer's secure inbox. Every action measured. No noise. No chaos. Emily and David worked at the same company. I had a friend in IT help compile their online activity. I sent everything, screenshots, receipts, chat logs, to HR. Professional tone. Factual evidence. Policy violation. They opened an investigation the next day. I didn't rant online. I circled my truth tightly, shared it with only a few trusted friends. Let proof speak. Soon their smiles on social media turned into whispers. Doubt spread faster than denial. Days later, they arrived, a rented truck in the driveway. Emily holding flowers, grinning like it was still her story. Her mother barking orders nearby. They thought this was a scene they controlled. I opened the door. Inside, boxes lined neatly, every item of theirs labeled. "An hour to pack and leave," I said. "After that, movers take over." Not a threat. A schedule. David tried to pay for the truck. Declined flashed on the screen. His hand shook. He started to accuse me of control. I handed him the bank statements. His silence was instant. Balance restored. That afternoon I filed everything through my lawyer. Fraud, concealment, asset protection. We requested a freeze on property transfer and restricted his access to the house. Every document had timestamps, screenshots, metadata. Not rage. Procedure. At HR, they faced formal investigation for misconduct. Suspended. Exposed. The fall of image hit them harder than any public scandal. They tried sympathy online. Spun themselves as victims. I stayed silent. Let the clock and evidence grind them down. In court, the judge flipped through my binder. Each page a record of control. The opposing lawyer pleaded drunken mistake, emotional impulse. I presented receipts, messages, IP logs, booking histories. The judge paused, nodded once. His voice was steady. "This court acknowledges premeditated deceit and financial manipulation." Verdict. Assets remain under my ownership. Compensation for damages granted. Legal fees shared. Emily's face drained white. David's fists trembled on the table. They had no words left. Outside the courtroom, Emily grabbed my arm. Her nails dug into my skin. "Sarah, please, don't do this. We'll pay you back. We'll fix this. Please." I released her hand. "You had chances to stop. You didn't. Now you face what you built." David fell to his knees. Voice cracking. "Please, forgive me. I'll make it right. Just give me one more chance." But I could see it in his eyes. It wasn't guilt. It was fear. Fear of losing control. Fear of being powerless. The kind of fear I learned to outgrow long ago.